Alright everyone, Sierra Game Scott coming back to you from Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. Let's play, I think we're at part 13 now, and we just talked to Domovoy. No time has elapsed really in the game, and no time has elapsed in, well, some time I guess has elapsed, but not much time has elapsed in the world of Sierra Game Scott. So we're going to go take care of some side quests, and I hope I'm not missing anything by not sleeping here tonight, but why don't we go sleep in an interesting new place that what the, this morning already? Oh, come on. So this is a new scene. I wonder if I can get back in. Get me out of there. Alright, so you... Okay, so we won't sleep in a new place. We'll sleep till morning in here. I want this... We can do that another time. There'll be enough opportunities. In your sleep, you seem to hear voices. Oh, good. So we get a cutscene. A deep male voice speaks. Do you see him? The voice of a woman says. Yes, he is sleeping. Most likely in the inn. Although it's hard to tell the focus. The vision, it's hard to focus the vision enough to tell. The man says, I do not understand why you did not just capture him in the first place. These charades you play are foolish. The second voice replies, Silence. To serve us, it will be for the best if he acts under his own free will. Why make an enemy out of a willing tool? Ah, but I forget. He's already your enemy. The first voice says, This is not someone to play games with, I say. If he finds out what's going on, he will never cooperate. Besides, you risk his death. Mordavia is a very dangerous place. The woman's voice replies, I think he is quite capable of taking care of himself. Besides, I have ways of making him cooperate, as you well know. I will use them only if I must. The voice fades off into oblivion. You awaken as the sun begins to rise, but you feel as though you haven't slept at all. Alright, so I'm kind of glad that we didn't have that opportunity to see something else since we got that nice cutscene. And some of you probably can guess, especially if you are familiar with the Quest for Glory series, and of course if you played the game before, who those folks are. But I will leave that as a mystery for now, though I may have done some things to hint at least one of the participants. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. Anything new? Rumors. I do not gossip. Alright, well. So you're back. Hey, you actually said something. Yeah, I might keep this video a little shorter, because I am trying to go to the gym. You eat your plain but nourishing breakfast. It is more than a bit of a garlic added for spice. So it's a little before 9 here. I like to exercise for a half hour, and the gym's only, and my building's only open till 10. Not too far away, so it shouldn't be a huge deal. But if we don't go quite as long as some of the other videos or last video, that's probably the reason. Alright, so something's going on in this town. Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the Great Digger shows up. Igor's missing. Never before has he been gone, except for that he's with that crazy doctor. Why else would that gypsy be so close to town? He got a taste for meat. It's a full moon outside last night. I'm telling you. Justice must be served, even for the gravedigger. Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax. Go home, or go to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later. But later. Go home. Alright, so something's up. And I suppose it's incumbent upon us to investigate. Greet people. Say hello to the group. Ah, the stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we... Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing. But we already have Igor's murderer. We have a gypsy. That is all. But we know that all gypsies are werewolves. I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing, and all else is in your imaginations. You ask if you can help in the investigation, since you are a bona fide hero after all. We already have the murderer. We ourselves have solved this. We are the heroes here. Look, if you can prove one way or another what happened to Igor, I'd be glad of it. I do not like blaming someone for a crime they may have not even committed. Alright, so, let's talk to this motley crew. Ask about werewolf. Do you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf. It's the full moon that does it. The werewolf eats children. Igor was not a child. Yuri's daughter was eaten by one. No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten. Well, what else could have happened? We have the werewolf that... It will break out of your little jail and eat us all. Hans, not one word about Tanya being eaten by werewolf. You will make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again. Oh, very well. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf. The gravedigger is missing. We looked everywhere. We even tried to talk to Dr. Cranium. That doorbell's ridiculous. We thought he might be lost. Then we found the gypsy. The gypsy did it. He murdered Igor. What else could have happened to him? Poor Igor. Gypsies are werewolves. Gypsies are all thieves. Gypsies cannot be trusted. There will soon be one less gypsy around here. Alright, so these guys obviously do not think highly of the gypsy population. Let's see what Burgomeister has to say. Gypsy. A gypsy was found right outside the town gates. We brought him in here for questioning. Everyone knows that gypsies are werewolves. Igor has been eaten, and he wants to just go home? That werewolf is a danger to us all. Think of our families. Do you think I would endanger the town by allowing him to escape? The gypsy is securely locked up. He will not get away. Werewolves are mere peasant tales. We all know that werewolves are real. They turn to wolves but full moon. They are harmed only by silver in wolf form. They are allergic to wolf's bane. Even man is pure in heart. And his prayers by night. Enough! Enough! This is all hearsay and speculation. May a wolf when the wolf bane blooms, and the autumn moon is bright. Or so legend says. I'm trying to do the job to which I was appointed. I'm trying to make certain that justice. Was it justice that Igor was murdered in Eden? Or the murder was caught, so let him be punished? Then we shall have justice. Am I the Burgomeister? Oh, I am not. I have said all that there is to be said upon the subject. I am trying to do... okay. Yeah, alright. Sorry about that. We got through that. The gravedigger was missing last night. We went to the cemetery to search. We caught ourselves a werewolf. We found no trace of poor Igor. Enough. Igor is missing. We do not know what happened to him. It's none of your... The gravedigger Igor has been killed. We captured a werewolf. Igor's death must be avenged. Go home. Just go home. All of you. You do not know the truth yet. We'll make the gypsy tell the truth. He will not dare lie when we... Dmitri, listen, we... No, you listen. All of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please. Alright, so that's that. Sorry for the voices. Trying to keep up with all four of them is hard. The fat guy is really... I just don't remember his voice well enough or can't execute it well enough, so... sometimes these guys' voices overlap in my mind. But hopefully it worked out alright. Alright. So enough already. Let's see the Burgomeister. See if we can go in and talk to Gypsy, maybe. Or see this Gypsy. The gravedigger is missing, and the Gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and having eaten Igor. Ask about Gypsy. He's a funny-looking guy. Gypsy looks at you with disdain. Werewolves. Gypsy spits in your general direction. Gravedigger. Gypsy glares at you in sullen silence. Greet Gypsy. Make thief sign. You think about making the thief sign, then prove decided that this just isn't the best place for it. Say you will help. You tell Gypsy that you would do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. Gypsy doesn't seem to believe you. Well, then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone. Yeah, that's a fair point, I guess. Ask about Gypsy prisoner. You can talk to Gypsy yourself. He hasn't said much to anyone. Sometimes I think Mordavia is cursed. We live with so much real and present danger that we start to imagine things and overreact. Just because some folks find a gypsy when Igor is missing, they blame the gypsy. Now everyone in town thinks the gypsy is a raving werewolf, out to eat us all. They act like frightened fools. I am not certain what to do. I don't think that gypsy had anything to do with Igor, but unless there's some real proof, the gypsy will burn. I can't leave the gypsy here by himself, yet someone needs to find out about Igor. Everyone else in town just assumes the gypsy is guilty. Igor is missing, and the townspeople seem sure that the gypsy is the cause. I am not so sure myself, but there's very little I can do until Igor is found. Enough already. Say gypsy is innocent. It'll take more than talk to set the gypsy free here. Come to look at the prisoner, or just talk some more. If you're a real hero, why don't you do something about this situation? Why don't you... Oh, never mind. Just go. Alright. So this will be a big turning point in the game, especially in how we're treated by... It is possible that the Gravestinger is still alive. If you're going wandering outside of town, please watch for him. How we're treated. So, calm down everyone. Just give me a little more time. We have waited long enough. The gypsy shall pay. The gypsy shall burn at the stake. Yes, yes. If I cannot find out what happened to Igor before tomorrow, you'll have your burning. You don't want to let that happen. So, there's a couple things that can be done. I think we actually have a couple options, even as a thief, as to how to handle this. I think we can actually combine two of them. So we'll try to do that. That will be the most interesting way to handle things. And well, there's a lot of things to do. And I'm trying to ponder what to do. But we can go see if anything's new in Nikolai. Ask about the old man. I keep looking for Anna. Will you help me find her? She is missing. Anna has been gone for a long time. I have been looking for her for so long. I do not know what has become of my Anna. Anything we could say to this guy? Greed old man. You. We have met before, I think. I am Nikolai. Have you met my Anna? She is... I do not know where she is. I am looking for her. Say goodbye. If you see Anna, tell her I am looking for her. Alright, well, I did say I'm going to cut the video a little short, and not entirely because I have to leave, but that's in part, but also just because there's a bunch of different directions to take, and I'd like to start fresh with a new video. So, sorry for being a little short, but you did get to see a little cutscene, and what happens when when they capture a gypsy. So, there's plenty more to do in Quest for Glory, and this is Sierra Games Scott signing off. These two videos will probably be coming up in the next week, last week of May, and then next weekend I'll probably try to, or maybe later this weekend, I'll try to record a couple more to keep things going. In any event, hope you're enjoying the LP. This is Sierra Games Scott. Have a, well, I guess it'll come out next week, but have a good weekend next week if it comes out then, or a good week, and I will see you next time. This is Sierra Games Scott, signing off.